a telescope data center, ChatGPT gives it away for free, almost, and goodbye AOL dial-up. This is MacVoices. This MacVoices is supported by the Insta360 Go Ultra, the camera that goes everywhere with you. Visit store.insta360.com and the promo code MacVoices to get a free set of sticky tabs. We have had a pile of Apple stories tonight, and we aren't going to get anywhere near to some of the other things, but I did want to end the Apple part with this, this is a link to a story that an iPhone 16 Pro falls from plane and keeps filming. This lady was piloting a plane. She was using her iPhone, and somehow it got sucked out of her hand, and she used Find My to find it on the ground. And it not only was still filming on the way down, but it was undamaged. It fired right up, and you can see the video of the iPhone falling and landing on the ground.
That's so cool.
Don't we get a story like this every couple of years, though? And I'm not discounting this, because it's amazing that we can have every couple of years a story about how someone loses their iPhone out of their airplane, and it was videoing, and then you get to see the video of this phone falling, 10,000 feet into a mud puddle or whatever.
But was she videoing in spatial? That's the question.
If not, then she needs to do it all over.
She needs to drop it again.
So Marty, would you be willing to load that into your Vision Pro and ride the phone down?
Hell yes. I got vertigo. I would love that. Just get the little plastic bags out in front of me.
It was bad enough watching it in 2D. It's like, oh, no.
Yeah. It does look like, there's nothing horrible about it. It's just like blue, green, brown, green, blue, and then brown. That's it. So.
I mean, that iPhone case used to be white. It got scared on the way down.
Yeah, my favorite of all the videos that I've seen like this is the one where it falls and it actually lands like on a farm. And the next thing you see is a pig coming up and sniffing the camera lens because it fell lens up.
That was cool. That was a nice story. Whole storyline.
Yeah, I guess the thing is, I'm trying to visualize how anybody's flying in a plane and you're using your iPhone to film. I mean, wouldn't you have put a lanyard case or something on it? I don't understand how you could let the phone get away from you in a plane.
Seriously, Chuck? Have you met people?
That's a legit question. Right
that really is.
Yeah,
that really is.
So is this like reading your email while you're driving down the road, except up high?
I think she had her hands out the window, basically, and she was trying to get a
good shot.
A good shot, and wind shear knocked it out of her hands.
Yep.
Should have a grippier case.
Well, that's it, Marty. A lanyard case so that you loop it around your wrist, and then if it does, get ripped out of your hands, at least you got half a chance.
Then it just sits there and smacks on the side of the plane, breaking the display, flips over, breaks the lenses.
Well, no, on your wrist, Jeff, not on the plane.
Well, it's on your wrist. If it's going to get ripped out of your hand, it's going right out the window. So it's going to be on the outside of the plane, smacking against the skin of the plane. So in this case, she was smart because it wasn't on a lanyard. So her phone didn't actually get damaged. It only fell, 2,600 feet. Only 2,600 feet. And it's just fine.
I'm going to lose this argument, so I'm just going to stop now. Hey, this one was a holdover. And Eric, we talked about this a little bit in After Dark last week. This is not necessarily a strictly an Apple story, But Eric said this is so cool. We could have bumped some of the other things and talked about this. This is a Texas startup that has a data center built for 400 telescopes. And the deal is that you can take your telescope and a small computer, a Mac Mini, send it to them. They will host it. They will set it up. And they are in a very dark part of Texas where there's not a lot of light pollution. Connect it to the internet, and then you can manipulate your telescope the way you want to image the sky from wherever you are in the world. The article is really, really interesting, and it just feels like there's so many opportunities here. This is what a great idea, as opposed to, we've all seen some of these services that will let you send in a Mac Mini and, set up your own cloud service or whatever. But for a telescope, this is really intriguing. Eric, again, that comment really struck me last week. Is like, okay, yeah, you're right. This is just so cool and so innovative. Are you a night sky person?
Kind of. I mean, if my vision was better, and I wasn't in Wisconsin with clouds, that's the thing that really appealed to me. Is their point of people buy a telescope and it sits in a room waiting for the next time they go out. That could be months or years, and it's sitting in a prime location without clouds, with a clear sky in the dark. So you get lots of opportunities to use the telescope you bought. So
that's super
perfect.
Cool.
It's always set up, always ready to go.
And why not lease them? I mean, why doesn't this company just have them kind of set up and you can lease time on it, or you can do what you want to do without?
I think they're working on that, Marty. Yeah. I think that's sort of the next step. But for right now, I mean, this will help fund that, obviously. But I thought it was just amazingly innovative, and yeah. But
they
but you're
have
right.
hosted equipment.
Okay, do they now?
Customers may choose to sublet access to their hosted equipment. So they do have you can't do a short-term rental on it. Like, I just need it for an evening. But so you can buy access on equipment they have.
So what we need is Uber for telescopes.
It just goes to show you, just when you think there's every possible business model out there, somebody comes up with a new one.
I did not think there was every possible business model out there.
That's because you're an entrepreneur, Jim.
No,
Did you say non-entrepreneur?
Look at the last 20 years. I just look at the last 20 years and go, man, people keep thinking of new to do.
Yeah. Okay, so we have time for just a couple more because I don't want to run long. We've been running long the last couple of weeks, and I hate doing that because it just keeps everybody up later. But I wanted to throw this one out and see, because just today, now I heard that Google is apparently thinking about matching this, or is matching this. But OpenAI is giving ChatGPT Enterprise to the executive branch workforce for $1. And now, and I just heard this on the news when I was on the way home. I didn't have a chance to look up anything, that Gemini is looking to do the same thing, to give it for nothing, or for free, or for a very, very nominal fee. Is this a case of just somebody trying to get in first and hook the users?
That's how it works, Chuck. It's any serious drug dealer can tell you. You give everyone the first taste for free, and you've got them hooked. But by the same token, when you're in a service industry, if you give people your service and they become reliant on it, when you start charging, Well, you've already got them hooked and fully invested.
That's the way I read it, Jeff.
Well,
You know, it's just.
You also got they're not going to they're not going to look at the data that's sent at all. They're and then also ironically, Sam Altman did donate $1 million to President Trump's inauguration fund. So I don't know if that had
how about that?
But
somebody took a page out of Tim Cook's book.
Mm-hmm.
The new Insta360 Go Ultra is the camera that goes with you everywhere. If you've ever wished you could capture life's moments without juggling bulky gear, today's sponsor has you covered. The new Insta360 Go Ultra is a pocket-sized powerhouse, about the size of a cookie, weighing just 53 grams, that records super smooth 4K video at 60 frames per second. The unique magnetic mounting system makes it easy to use, easier than other cameras that you have to hold or work with special mounts. Snap it to your shirt, hat, bike, or anything else that's magnetic, and you've got effortless, hands-free point-of-view footage in seconds. No tripod, no setup. Just clip, shoot, and move on. The upgraded 1/1.28-inch sensor means better low-light performance, so whether you're out at night filming or filming indoors, your footage stays sharp and colorful. It's waterproof to 33 feet, and with the Action Pod, you can remotely control the camera, extend recording to over 3 hours, and recharge to 80% in about 12 minutes. Perfect for quick pit stops. Drop it or misplace it? No worries. It even works with Apple Find My, so you can track it down. And here's something extra. The first 30 listeners who order from store.insta360.com using the promo code MacVoices will get a free set of sticky tabs, letting you mount the Go Ultra on everything from jackets to backpacks. The Insta360 Go Ultra proves that big stories don't need a big camera. Check it out at store.insta360.com, promo code MacVoices. Thanks to Insta360 for supporting MacVoices. Last one of the evening, and I'm intentionally not going to make it the Microsoft story that I had, but it's the end of an era because AOL is finally shutting down their dial-up internet service. That reportedly they have subscribers in the quote-unquote low thousands that are still using it.
Mostly in rural areas.
I thought I saw
there's
like
a surprise.
250,000.
Oh, I didn't see that.
That's throughout the United States in general, not just AOL. That's dial-up users in general in the U.S.
So, who here didn't have an AOL account?
Oh. Yes,
Marty? Brian?
No.
Actually,
really?
no, I didn't.
Delphi.
Yeah, Delphi. Yeah.
I had AOL, then I had Prodigy.
And then Prodigy.
Yeah.
Used Earthlink.
And then,
Earthlink.
Then I moved over to
CompuServe.
Earthlink, and that's where I stayed for a long time.
I could have lost a lot of money because I would have thought everybody at one
was just an internet access, right?
Yeah.
What's that?
But they were around and popular and positioning themselves as an AOL alternative back in the day.
I suppose, but they were just providing the connection. AOL was,
Yeah,
its own thing.
AOL had
Eventually
had a
they
walled
did also
garden.
provide internet access, but I think I was off of it by the time that happened. But it was, it was its own internet basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we missed that dial-up
I saw
sound,
this story
right?
and I just couldn't believe that, this wasn't a story from 2005. What do you mean they're discontinuing it?
Yeah.
And
Years later.
I went on Amazon because I was like, well, wait, people are using dial-up? Does that mean, where are they getting modems? Oh, there's plenty of modems on Amazon. Not a problem. They're still about the same. They're like $50 too. It's like, shouldn't they be like $8? Nope.
Jim, I didn't even think about that as to where you would get.
Well, no problem. Just go on to
my gosh.
Amazon and there's
56K.
A plethora. Yeah, 56K modems.
Wow.
Maybe people are using them for faxes, but there's an, shouldn't there be a story from 2005? Faxes discontinued.
Yeah. Well, except for the medical industry.
My sister was on AOL, I think, up until a couple of years ago when she finally got broadband put in her house. And this is center of Chicago. And I know people in my Mac user group that were still using AOL and accessing AOL. Whether they were doing that.
Work on most phones now. I mean, if you have a digital phone, does a audio modem even work?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, you probably still have to have an analog POTS line.
I would think so, yeah.
But looks like those are pretty hard to come by these days too.
Very.
I mean, even if you have a landline, that doesn't mean it's really an analog line. Like nowadays, most of those are really internet based. Even if you have jacks in your house and you're using analog phones, the phone company is digitizing it at your property boundary, and it's all digital. And my understanding was that that extra digitization didn't really play well with audio modems.
No.
But I'm sure there are people that still have.
I have
POTS.
a feeling that areas where this is a common thing are areas where
POTS.
It's just POTS. Yeah. So here's my surprising stance on this. This is actually a sad and unfortunate move, because there are a significant number of people in the United States and in other countries as well that rely on POTS dial-up for internet connection, and losing AOL in that space, even though they only had a few thousand users. Well, that's a few thousand users that may not have another option where they are to get an internet connection.
Was AOL the last dial-up? I mean, they're probably
no. There are other
AOL
dial-ups,
still around.
but
There probably are other dial-up ISPs still.
There are, but in some areas, AOL was the only dial-up option that was available. So there are areas now where unless someone can afford Starlink, then they have no internet access once AOL shuts down.
There's something that just feels really strange about looking at a 56K external USB-C modem.
Oh my God. Well,
there you go.
This is going to mess up my Amazon
how else
search.
are you going to do it?
Well, no. I know, but it just seems very, very strange. And Barry in the chat room, he's been misbehaving tonight. Barry says, so that begs the question, if you need a modem to use dial-up, how do you access Amazon to buy one?
Well, what you have to do is wait till you go to the big town where they have a Walmart.
Go to the big city.
And then you go buy your modem while you're there at the Walmart. And then you go home and you hook it up, and then you can buy stuff from Amazon.
Well, I think this also, I am suspicious of what are people using these dial-up modems for, and I'm guessing that most of them are for faxes, not internet access.
I think in this case you might be wrong, because there are a lot of people where this is literally the only way they can get internet access.
Yeah.
It looks like Juno and NetZero are still around.
NetZero.
Oh man,
I
Juno.
forgot about that one.
Yeah,
Wow. Brian?
I was just reminiscing on some of the good memories. As a time in the ages where, cell phones didn't have unlimited minutes, except maybe in the evenings, and, playing online games with friends, using a dial-up connection and using my cell phone, and I had to do it late enough in the evening when the minutes were unlimited, and sometimes somebody would pick up the receiver and knock the game offline, because that's what happens in dial-up modem days. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it surprised me. I distinctly remember when AOL decided to open itself up to the internet, because before you dialed into AOL and you were in AOL and that was it. And there were still people for a long time that felt like the internet was AOL, in spite of the fact that you could go anywhere on the internet, that they seemed to think it was all within that service.
And Chuck, that's what kept me off AOL, was because I knew I wasn't getting the full, I wasn't getting the opportunity to go other places.
Listen, I agree with you, Marty. I mean, once I was able to get out to the internet and get a more of a broadband connection, I think it was, I guess, a cable connection at that time. But point being, or no, I take that back. It would have been a dial-up, but it would have been a dial-up out to the internet, not to AOL.
Yeah.
So, but my AOL presence predated the availability of that for me. So, good times.
There was. I'm just thinking of the modem handshake as we talk about here.
Yeah, yeah. I found that audio file at one point and played it for Cindy one night, and she's like, "What is that? That sounds terrible! Oh my god!"
Yeah, but you knew how fast your connection was just by the sounds.
Yep. Yep.
But it makes me think of War Games, that movie War Games, with all the dial-up stuff.
Yeah, there's. I found there's a couple videos, quote unquote videos on YouTube that has it. And plus, you want to get to hear You Got Mail and hear the door slam. That was always fun.
Yeah. I just miss eWorld.
eWorld is great. Can I read to you from the product description of the US Robotics V.92 56K modem on Amazon?
Sure.
Home dial-up internet service doesn't have to be slow. US Robotics external 56K fax modem is designed to make your dial-up connection as fast and easy to use as possible. An email with attachments will fly from your outbox up to 50% faster than it would from competing devices. Quick Connect lets you establish your connection rapidly, so you spend less time simply getting going.
Those have to be third-party sellers, because US Robotics was bought out and it doesn't even exist as any modem devices anymore. No support either.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, the photo is US Robotics.
Yeah, it's legit.
It's legit, but
it looks like it's like from the box looks like it's from the 1990s.
Yeah, it looks like it hasn't ever changed.
Yeah.
It's got that lovely Atari or Commodore grid on top of it.
I had one of those modems. No, I mean, I know what
they worked though.
Oh,
it does have an installation CD-ROM right in the box, so you know it's modern.
How can we forget all the AOL CDs you got in the mail every other day?
Yeah.
It doesn't say what sort of connector it uses for your computer.
I'm sure it's RJ11.
Well, I mean that's the phone part, but yeah, it's probably an old serial port
or serial port. Yeah, 8-pin serial port.
How would you even do that? Well, I guess you wouldn't on a Mac. You would have to have this on a Windows.
No, you could use this on a Mac. You just have to do your string of dongles. Actually, I think in a box in the other room, Dave probably has it within arm's reach, is a USB-A to serial adapter. Remember Kensington? They used to make those.
Oh my, you're right. I forgot about that. Wow.
I might even have one of those. Huh.
Yeah. And then just install ZTerm. And you're online. Memories. Does everyone still have their Hayes modem command posters?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, we're set.
No.
And my 300 baud modem too.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's sad. That's just sad.
I
You can almost see them.
Is that
you
the
almost see it just
Apple
one
white
character
one that plugs right into the wall? And
I had one of those. Loved that thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have my Hayes modem anymore, but I was at a Comdex show and I got a 16-inch Hayes modem ruler. And it's sitting on my desk at the office at this very moment. So
Wow.
Wow.
So
it's like
cool.
the modem ain't worth the damn anymore, but the ruler still works.
This is like when guys get together and, talk about length, but it's just the opposite. It's sort of, mine's shorter. Mine's only 300 baud.
You're on a roll tonight, Marty. Jeez.
On that note, we're going to get out of here before Marty
end this now.
This is getting out of control.
Oh my God.
This is MacVoices Live, Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern. It's usually not quite this backward looking. We usually look forward, but
you just don't know what you're going to get, do you?
Yeah, just a little bit of reminiscing here that got out of control. Let's let you know who all these people are so that you can file your lawsuits appropriately. David Ginsburg, where can folks find you?
Oh, thank you for having me, Chuck. I'm still recovering from that. You can find me on In Touch with iOS, intouchwithios.com. We record the show on Thursday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. YouTube channels, youtube.com/intouchwithios. I'm here on Tuesday nights on MacVoices Live. And I'm also on Vision Profiles on Monday nights with Marty and Eric. Love being on that show, as well as occasionally on the Mac show on the British Tech Network. And you can find me social media most places is Blue Sky and Mastodon. It's at DaveG65. Thank you.
Thank you, Dave. Eric Bolden, thank you for being here. And I'm delighted that you were able to make it and still be around with us. Where can folks connect with you?
High ground out near the deer. I can be found on Mastodon at EA Bolden at mas.to. And on Mondays with Vision Profiles, Tuesdays here on MacVoices, and Thursdays on In Touch with iOS. So covering all my OSs throughout the week.
Great. Thanks so much, Eric. Brian Flanigan-Arthurs, I hope you can stay cool this week and get back here next Tuesday. Where can folks find you?
Appreciate it. Thank you so much, and appreciate you having me. Most Tuesday evenings, you can find me right here. Otherwise, I invite you to check out my website, Brian8944, and catch up on different projects I'm working on and some presentations.
Great.
Thank you.
Marty Jencius, I don't know what you ate or drank before you got here, but it was sure entertaining. Where can folks find you?
It was chicken curry, just if you're curious. You can find me at Jencius, Jencius, at mastodon.social, or also at Blue Sky with that same name. Projects that I'm involved in, you can find on the website, thepodtalk.net. That includes Monday nights at 9 p.m. live streamed with Eric and David on Vision Profiles, and also Tuesdays here with this wonderful group. Gets me set for the week and ready to go. And then Thursdays with Dave on In Touch with iOS, and occasionally on the Mac Show on Fridays. So thanks for letting me be here. It's always fun, and it you go through the things that you have to go through during the day, and then you get to come to this at 8 o'clock, at least Eastern time where I'm at, and it's just a nice way to connect with people.
Yeah, Marty, I agree. In fact, I was thinking as I was eating dinner, getting ready for the show, that just how much I needed this tonight. Just how much, I really just enjoy this, no matter what we're talking about.
Next time, try chicken curry.
You got it. That sounds good. Actually, it sounds kind of good. It's better than what I had for dinner. Trust me. Webb Bixby, a tip of the hat to the Quilt Queen for this latest creation, at least the latest as we get to see it. Where can folks find you?
Yeah, as usual, I'm promoting Blue Sky because I just like the name. You can find me there on all the socials, but at Webb Bixby, WEBBIXBY, and we'll try Blue Sky this week, but you can try any of them. I'm usually there.
Great. Thanks so much, Webb. Jim Ray, You were kind of quiet tonight. I'm not sure if you were just restraining yourself or if you were just tired, but whatever. I'm glad you're here. Where can folks find you?
Woke up eventually,
Yeah.
didn't I? But anyway, you can find me waiting for my dial-up modem to handshake. It's taking forever, but if it ever does go through, then I'll check my Mastodon account at ProViewJim at techhub.social and be sad when nobody has tried to contact me.
And if you do contact Jim that way, he'll get back to you in about 5 years, because that's how long it'll probably take Mastodon to load over a 56K modem.
Oh,
Thanks.
They have 56K now?
Yeah.
I still have the
33.6.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. Jeff Gamet, last but not least, thank you so much for being here. I always enjoy our little jousting back and forth. That's half the fun of this kind of show. Where can folks find you?
Well, when I'm not out buying 56K modems, if you don't like me and want to sue me, my name is Marty Jencius. But for everything else, J Gamet on social media. I'm active on Mastodon, Blue Sky, just like web, and PixelFed. And then for shows, here on Tuesdays with you for MacVoices Live, Thursdays on Dave's In Touch with iOS, the British Tech Network for the Big Show and the Mac Show. Brian Chaffin and I do The Context Machine, and Patrice Brendamore and I do Retro Rewatch.
Thank you so much, Jeff.
Nice mug, Dave.
Yeah.
Right at the
Mine's in the dishwasher.
I was going to say, was there anything actually in there, or were you just showing that off?
No, it's empty.
Yes, that's what I thought. The check is in the mail from Jeff to Dave.
Pour some thing in here.
No. Oh, boy. Folks, this is MacVoices Live. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks to everyone in the chat room. Barry, you were a little out of control tonight, but I guess that's kind of routine. Please come and join us next Tuesday, because we have this much fun. And if you don't support MacVoices and don't have access to After Dark, boy, are you missing it, because the pre-show was crazy. I can only imagine what the post-show is going to be like. Until next week, and as always, thanks for watching.
Visit MacVoices.com for show notes and to connect with Chuck on social media. Get involved in our Facebook group or like our Facebook page, and get more out of your Apple tech with MacVoices Magazine, free on Flipboard and on the web. And if you find value in it all, consider supporting us through either our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/MacVoices, or by making a one-time donation via the PayPal link on our front page and in the show notes of each episode. You will join these fine people who help bring you MacVoices. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media at backbeatmedia.com. Bandwidth provided by CacheFly at cachefly.com.